Hi, I'm Phoebe. This is a map of the world and each of the 7 coloured sections is called a continent. Here is my report about some of the ways people travel on the continent of Europe. My journey started in the south of England. First, I had to cross the English Channel to get to France. To cross the sea, I used the Channel Tunnel, which is a high-speed railway line deep under the sea. The Eurostar passenger trains carry people all the way under the English Channel between France and England. Before the tunnel was built, people travelled between England and France by boat or plane. Because trains produce less greenhouse gases than boats and planes, the Eurostar trains are the most environmentally friendly way to cross the English Channel. Then I travelled to the capital city of Paris. In the centre of Paris, people often travel using the metro. The metro is a network of underground train lines. It's one of the busiest metro systems in Europe and carries around 4.5 million passengers every single day. The roads in Paris can often be very congested, which means blocked with traffic. Public transport and cycle and bus lanes help make it easier for people in Paris to leave their cars at home. Amsterdam is the capital of the Netherlands. People in Amsterdam like to cycle, and around half of all journeys in the city are by bicycle. Biking has become the quickest and cheapest way to get around the city. Most of the main streets have cycle lanes and there are lots of free bike racks where you can put your bike. 20 bicycles can be parked in the same space used by one car, so bikes take up much less room on the narrow streets. Just about everyone in Amsterdam travels by bike. Even dog walkers go by bike there. There are twice as many bikes as cars in the Netherlands. That's a lot of bikes. Increasing the number of cyclists in the city has meant Amsterdam has less traffic, less air pollution, less noise pollution, and the people of Amsterdam are healthier than ever. Venice in northeast Italy can beat Amsterdam. Venice is a beautiful old city built on a network of canals. There are no cars in this city. In the old centre of the city, canals are used like we use roads. Almost everyone gets around there on water or by foot. Apart from walking, the only other way of getting around Venice is by boat. People often use water taxis or a water bus. You buy a water bus ticket, stand at the water bus stop, and you wait for the water bus to arrive. Also popular on the canals of Venice are gondolas. A gondola is a traditional boat which is pushed along by a person called a gondolier. Gondolas are now used mostly by tourists. But for many years, gondolas were one of the main means of public transport around the canals of Venice. Despite Venice being traffic-free, it's at risk from global pollution. If global warming creates higher sea levels, Venice will become more at risk of flooding. Flooding would seriously damage this historic Italian city. Then I travelled up to the north of Italy and over a huge mountain range called the Alps into a country called Switzerland. Switzerland is in the centre of Europe. This country is famous for its lakes, mountains and beautiful hilly countryside. But how do people there travel up and down the mountains? They have specially adapted trains built to take passengers up some of the high mountains. The train lines have been built carefully into the sides of mountains. The trains stop to allow passengers to look at the beautiful views. There are some mountains in Switzerland that even these amazing trains cannot manage to climb. The peaks of some mountains are often reached by a cable car. A cable car is a cabin hung from an overhead cable. It carries people high above an area that would be difficult to cross in other ways, not for those afraid of heights. Some cable cars carry passengers over water or over built-up areas where there isn't enough ground space for other types of transport. Cable cars produce low amounts of greenhouse gases, so they are used for transport in many cities around the world. Then I took the train through some of Europe's most beautiful countryside to the city of Copenhagen, which is the capital city of Denmark. This European city is one of the most pedestrian-friendly cities in the world. Copenhagen has one of the oldest and largest pedestrian zones. This is a car-free area of streets. Walkers and cyclists have the right of way on these streets. The few roads that do allow cars make drivers travel at very slow speeds, so walking is safer. Walking has also been made more comfortable in Copenhagen. Some streets have places to shelter from the rain, gas heaters on street corners to warm walkers in winter, and some streets even have heated benches. This all helps to make Copenhagen a nicer place to live. Because there is less traffic congestion, there is low noise pollution, cleaner air, less danger from traffic, and people are healthier, as walking improves our fitness. I hope you enjoyed exploring some of the ways people travel around Europe with me. There are lots of other ways people travel in Europe and on other continents around the world. There's always lots more to explore. Everyone around the world can do their bit to help reduce greenhouse gases and global warming. Maybe you can't get to school by gondola or by cable car, but by thinking about the way you travel and taking fewer car journeys, you can make a big difference to life on planet Earth.